Hey, how's it going guys? This is Dave 2D and this is my review of a lamp. So I never thought I'd do a review on a lamp, just because a lamp is a lamp, right? But this one's a little different. It's an OLED lamp made by a Canadian company, and it's one of the first, if not the first, readily available consumer OLED lamps. So I've had this one for a month. It's called an Aerelight. Here are my thoughts. It comes in a pretty simple box. You open it up, there's some pamphlets and startup instructions up top, and underneath the top tray you have the AC adapter and the light itself. So OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. And the way these things work is they take some organic dyes, they mix them up, they apply a really thin layer onto a piece of glass or plastic, and then they run a current through it. And when you do, you get this, a super thin panel that lights up. So when you have a super thin panel like this, it gives you the opportunity to design like an entire lamp based around the idea of super thin. And that's what they did. The lamp is 2.5 millimeters thin, and even up top where the OLED panel is, it's like 4.5 millimeters. The whole lamp is just like ridiculously thin. The frame is aluminum with a brushed finish, and because it's made from a single piece of metal, it carries the finish all around. And now the one I have here is silver, and you can also get it in red or black, and you can still see the grain of the brushed finish with the two other colors. It has chamfered edges around the whole lamp, kind of like the iPhone 5 and newer Samsung phones, and I think it looks really good. There's a slab of walnut wood on the base that has a wireless charger inside, and we'll get into that later, and it's got a black metal bottom. It feels pretty heavy, I'm thinking steel, and underneath it's got 4 rubber feet for some grip. The lamp is touch activated, so once you plug it in, you tap it once to turn it on, again to increase brightness, a third time to reach max brightness, and then to turn it off, you tap it one more time. It works well. I mean, I love the idea of it. You can tap anywhere on the metal and it'll register. So it's cool for people to play with when you're showing it to them, but sometimes you'll accidentally touch it and it'll change your brightness setting, and you have to go through the tap cycle again to get back to where you want. Also, it doesn't remember its power setting if you unplug it, but you're rarely gonna unplug this thing, so it's not a big deal. Now let's talk about the quality of the actual light source. It's nice. I think they did a great job with the color spectrum. I mean, they could have engineered it to be any color, but it's like a warm yellow hue and it's soft on your eyes. So the color is good, but I didn't really notice any difference in terms of like the general light quality over an incandescent bulb. I mean, the Aerelight uses way less power. I think it uses 9 watts compared to like a 60 watt incandescent, but the light quality itself felt pretty normal to me. It's better than a fluorescent, it's better than an LED lamp, especially a white LED lamp, but there's nothing super crazy about the light quality. Now the light comes from the entire panel, so there's no reflectors, there's no lenses, it's the entire OLED panel pushing out light, which is really different from basically every other light source. So this is my workspace at home, and on the very first day I used this lamp, I noticed something kind of cool. Do you see this reflection down here? This is a reflection of that OLED panel. So on any regular lamp I've used before, the bulb on a traditional lamp would just reflect off this table and it would be like a single point of light. LED lamps, fluorescent lamps, even incandescent lamps, there's always a reflection that's like a single point, and it's annoying, so we just stopped using a table lamp. But because of how the OLED panel is lit, the light output is spread out in a square, and it's not just a single point from an LED or a halogen bulb, so this is a lot more comfortable to use at night. In terms of temperatures, the lamp runs pretty cool. This is a 20 watt halogen beside the Aerelight, and even though the halogen is not as bright as the Aerelight, it's like 25 degrees hotter. Now I think these cooler temperatures are standard for any kind of LED lighting, not just organic LED. The wireless charging area works well. It's a standard wattage wireless charger, so it's not like a quick charging pad, but it does support both Qi and PMA devices, and every phone I tried seemed to work well. Even the Nexus 6, which has had some issues with other pads, it works fine on this lamp, you just gotta put it in sideways so it fits. And just for fun, I also tried an iPhone 6. Now it obviously doesn't charge, and I have a feeling this might actually be bad for the charger or even the phone, but it puts on this like flashing light show. That's kinda cool, right? There are a few issues that I don't like. The first is that issue I mentioned before about the accidental touches. So for me, it happens the most when I'm putting a phone on the wireless charger. I would often touch the metal rim by accident, and it's a little annoying, but I think it's just the nature of having a touch-controlled power switch. The second thing is that the neck of the lamp can't extend or tilt, so the default angle and height worked well for me, but I imagine there are workspaces that it won't be ideal for, and that's kind of a bummer. And the last thing I don't like is its price. It's a $300 lamp, which is extraordinarily expensive. And this brings me to my overall thoughts on the Aerelight. When you first look at that price tag, it's like, geez, it's a $300 lamp? That's really expensive, even for a lamp with wireless charging, because you can go to IKEA, pick up one of their new wireless charging lamps for like 80 bucks, or you can go on Amazon and spend like even less, like 40, 50 bucks and get a wireless charging enabled desk lamp. And then you realize that those aren't OLED, those aren't unibody aluminum, and they're not super thin. So with the Aerelight, you're paying for technology like futuristic lighting tech. It's OLED technology, and you're paying a huge premium for it. So it's not something that I would just like openly recommend to everybody out there because it's a very expensive lamp. But I will say this, if you're interested in buying a lamp, just a unique looking lamp that's functional and it looks good, this is that kind of lamp because it's really unique and I don't think there's anything else quite like it at this point in time. OLED technology is really new. Now, the other thing I think it's good for is as a gift, because if you're ever in that situation when you're looking for like a super special gift for someone that's in the $300 price range, I mean, there's a lot of things you can get out there, but if there's something that you're looking for like a techie person, this is super cool. It's functional, it looks cool, and they've probably never even heard of it before. So I think this is a really great gift for those people. That's the end of this review. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, give me some thumbs, and if you loved it, give me some subs. It's been nice, and I'll see you guys next time.